So some crazy news coming out right now. There was a man that just came out recently and was talking about he had a friend that was a sex tape broker. I don't know what that means. Sounds like they got some little weird situation. But it sounds like extortion to me. That's what a lot of people were saying around here. They was like, these people are getting mad about what Kanye West was saying recently. That now they turn this into some extortion. Like in this in no walks of life is any of this cool. I don't know if anybody made this normal recently, but he says, "Hey Kanye," or "Hey at Ye, remember that sex tape I helped take off the market for you in 2012 with that hooker in Vegas? Yeah, this Jew didn't forget about what a horrible performance and a small eggplant you had high on MDMA. Hey, why don't you go F your favorite person in the world, yourself?" Some guy named Kevin Black. He came out and basically told the whole world that he'll extort Kanye by putting out a sex tape and when nobody be able to do nothing about it. And it's all allegedly, but that's kind of disgusting. I'm not gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. So if you get mad about somebody, you got a sex tape that you could just put it out and extort them. I'm pretty sure that's why 50 Cent did with Rick Ross' baby mama and lost some money behind that, big money, and wasted a lot of time too. So in this situation, it's just kind of weird. And then I guess he said that he's Jewish or whatever, or Jew, and I don't know, maybe he's upset about the anti-Semitic comments that they said that Kanye West had. But I'm gonna say this right now. This is still weird because how are you able to extort somebody because you're angry at them? You're gonna put out a sex tape about them, and you're threatening to do it. This is extortion and blackmail. I don't think that anybody should think this is cool, and if this is normal, like what is the situation with this? Because this is the second time I've heard something like this. People were saying, "Yeah, we got some sex tapes of Diddy and everything else, and we're thinking about even putting them out." And my thing is, who's walking around having all these sex tapes with celebrities around? And people have said in the past that a lot of these guys actually walk around with these sex tapes just in case people get out of line and they start putting out certain things. Now, a lot of the rumors and falsehoods we heard over the years are starting to become true because this was once something that was a myth, and now this is mainstream. And now this guy's doing this because he feels like, I guess, some racism came his way. And to be honest with you, I haven't seen any kind of retaliation like this in the industry ever. This might have been the first time I've seen something like this. I'm trying to think now. Like I said, I brought up the 50 Cent thing, but it wasn't because of the same situation as far as a race thing. And this is just kind of eye-opening for me. And people think the industry is all squeaky clean and everything else. And another thing too, and he said the hooker in Vegas. So basically, saying that he had a hooker in Vegas, they have escorts that are legal. But having a hooker in Vegas is actually somewhat borderline illegal. So now we're on the point where we're snitching about guys paying for sexual acts, I guess you could say. Because once you get a hooker, I mean, you pay for someone to have sex. So now that's another thing that's kind of pushing the boundaries as far as trying to get somebody in a situation. But this is part of the reason why I guess Kanye's been having weird responses. We only know God only knows what he hears behind the scenes before he have these outbursts. So if people are coming out in public and saying things like that, you can only imagine what kind of outbursts these guys are having behind the scenes. Because just to come out and say this, that means guys, they basically feel like they have a lot of power. This is a power thing. That's all it is. Like Kanye had that one song, "No one man should have all that power," because this is a power thing when you come out here and say this. Because people go to jail for stuff like this. People get sued. You can go to jail for having extorting people with sex tapes. If I look something up, I'm gonna have to look something up now because I can't think off the top of my mind. I know Von Miller had a situation with a sex tape. Somebody was trying to extort him and blackmail him with a sex tape. And I'm trying to figure out who else had a situation where they was getting extorted. Now they had a football player we had Kevin Hart who got extorted with a sex tape. We got Todd Crisley who had a situation with a sex tape extortion. We had Ezekiel Elliott who had a situation with a extortion on a sex tape. So a lot of these people are basically coming out and having sex tapes pop up out of nowhere. And you're talking around saying that you had I don't even know how to explain that. Like to just say you have a sex tape and you extort somebody, that's pretty wild, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's unheard of. And for them to do it against him, that just lets you know that who knows why he's angry at certain things. Because if somebody was doing this to me, I'd be going crazy.